Good evening, everybody. It's good to see everybody. We're going to do a little bit of Humankind tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll enjoy this quite a bit. I'm sorry for the late start. It did take me a little bit. Had some slight technical difficulties starting, so there's a minute one that took a little bit to get started because we was having some internet instability, which has been fixed since then. Oh, hello. Thank you so much for the resub, Feathered Warrior. Good to see you. Welcome in. Wow. It's nice to see that. 3 months. That is awesome. I appreciate you. I appreciate you very, very much. So much. Tonight we're going to do a little bit of Humankind. We're just going to kick back, relax. We're going to chill out with the game that we're going to set to the most chill settings possible. But also make it go really, really fast because I don't really want to start a game that's going to take me days to finish. So fun. Alright, so, just so as everybody knows, of course. Not that it wasn't, terribly obvious, of course, but let's turn that volume down a little bit. I'm kind of deafening myself with my own game here. Tonight's stream is a sponsored stream. We are being sponsored by HelloFresh, which is awesome and amazing. But, so in case you didn't know, you can use my link or go to HelloFresh.com and use the code POGSE865 for up to 16 free meals plus 3 surprise gifts across 6 HelloFresh boxes plus free shipping. These gifts, by the way, include things like free appetizers, free desserts, and free premium recipes. Now, I can tell you, having used HelloFresh myself, the stuff is good. It does come in a pretty big box. It's just something to kind of keep in mind. So, but it is good stuff. I'm enjoying it. I think you would enjoy it too, especially if you like to cook, because you'll be definitely be doing the cooking on your own. And if you're into that, I can't recommend it enough. I like to cook. To be fair, my wife also really likes to cook, so she's been doing the cooking with it so far. Nothing wrong with that. I really enjoy it. And I would like to say, the HelloFresh recipes are delicious. The one that we just had was the miso shrimp ramen with bacon. Oh, it was good. It was filling. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm a slow eater to start with, but I was savoring this one. HelloFresh offers so many recipes to choose from from each week to help you break out of any kind of a recipe rut you're having, especially if you just keep finding yourself making the same thing over and over again. HelloFresh makes eating well easier with many family-friendly, fit and wholesome, pescatarian and veggie options every week. Plus, every recipe includes fresh sourced directly from the farmers. Fresh produce, sorry. Now, they have more 5-star reviews than any other meal kit out there, so you're going to get something delicious. Now, the HelloFresh, produce gets right from your doorstep in under a week, so that it has peak freshness. The stuff doesn't actually ship until almost the last minute. We've got our next box shipping out on Wednesday, or getting here on Wednesday, so that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. It's been good so far. I'm enjoying it. But with that in mind, let's go ahead and get started in gaming. You guys are welcome to throw out comments or so forth with it. But let's go ahead and open up a new game. I'm going to use this little custom-made avatar. Looks a little bit like me. Maybe not as much. But the options are... I'm unlocking things as we go, so we're going to get there. We're going to play on a large map today. We're going to play on a blitz, which basically means that the game is ridiculously crazy fast as the game humanly gets. We're going to set the difficulty to not quite the easiest in the game because I've got an idea of what I'm doing. I've played enough times that I think I know what I'm doing. We don't have any custom maps right now, but that's okay. We're going to play on a continental game. Let's see here. How about we do a world generation seed? Seeds are interesting. It generates things based on whatever is in here. And the number that I had in there was actually a number that I converted from words. But let's pick a number. Let's pick a number or a word, and we'll convert it to numbers, and then we'll use that as our world seed and make it interesting. And just because I like to make my game like a little bit ridiculous, I'm gonna basically make sure that everybody has abundant resources because trying to get through some of the end game things without them is, oh, let's just call it a little difficult, shall we? But yeah, let's pick out a seed. Oh, AROVYN 6. Yeah, that'll work. Let's convert Aravid into a seed, shall we? Yeah, that sounds like a plan. That sounds like a good plan. We'll make my name the seed. So let's see, that's AROVYN. That works for me. Cool. Now, I don't mind people jumping in and helping me pick out the cultures, but I'm going to pick the first one. And there's a reason for that. It's always going to be whatever humanly possible. There's anything at all I have learned playing this game, it is play the Harappans first. They're very food based, and one of their big cultural benefits is the ability to start off with a higher city cap. Because if you, one thing you learn in this game quick, do not take your time getting your territory spread out because the AI will lock you into tiny little places if it gets the opportunity to do so, and I really don't like that much. So, but here we go. Let's get started with this setup and let's see what happens. Time for some amusement. Are we not getting any sound? Oh gosh.
Acids. Not much of a page turner. But then, over time, the amino acids bond together and things start to get interesting and a bit drier. A certain subspecies of hominid discovers that you can do more with a sharp rock than annoy your little brother. Tools and weapons are invented. The hominids begin to cooperate. Fire becomes a servant rather than an unpredictable force of nature. They learn to tan the skins of animals for clothing. They learn ways to record and probably exaggerate their adventures. Eventually, these tribes learn to build shelters and immediately hold the first barbecue parties. This is the dawn of humankind. Struggle and cooperation have been rewarded. The Neolithic era draws to a close. The whole world beckons. This tribe has come far, but the rest of their story is your story. You are the one who will build them into a great civilization.
Wait,
How far will you push humankind?
let's find out how far we're.
Another day, another dawn of humankind. It is time to finish breakfast, give a rousing speech, and leap into the future.
Forward. Forward. All right. See a nice little river over here. Good starting spot.
Right.
Right.
This way.
Oh, even better still. All right. Curiosity collected, plus 15, which means I got a big old army here. Great. Awesome.
Full bellies,
Now we're gonna be the
delicious. Though next time, it might be better if you washed it first.
Just like when you're making anything with fresh ingredients, wash them first. But we're going to go with the Harapans, and there's a reason for that. Harapans are fertile. They get +1 food tiles on any food-producing things, especially on rivers. They get the canal network, which gives them even more food, which means they grow really fast. And anything counted as a farmer's quarter is a river, which might make 0 sense right now, but it will make sense later. And they get as their unique runners who can literally just go running all across the continent and explore it really fast, which is what we like. So that's what we're doing. There's me, pretty me, all gussied up.
The challenges of a young civilization. It's hard keeping up with the neighbors when they have the wheel and you don't. Humankind learns quickly that everyone contributes. If you're terrified of wild animals, you can grow lentils or catch fish. Tribes settle towns. Towns develop markets, and markets begin the exchange of goods, services, and most important, rumors and hearsay. While the Harapans certainly had markets, they left few remains. Please show us what they might have done.
Indeed. This is going to be a fantastic, absolutely fantastic starting spot. Now, apparently the game seems to think that that's a better one. But for this particular region here, start. Because you want to be on a river. But being on the coast has actual benefits and perks. Apparently they'll grow faster here. So I guess we will. Run, run, run!
A first outpost means a first step into a new territory, and a new extension of your empire's power, but also a new vulnerability.
If you zoom really, really, really far in, you can see some. But we're going to make this our very first city.
It is not just a bunch of buildings. It is warmth, protection, and, praise the gods, a bit of privacy.
Let's see little houses. Smoke. It's pretty cool. I like it. And we're going to build our canal network right off the beginning, right off from the start. Right up from the beginning. And then we're going to make ourselves a little bit more cool. Because these are the little stars use your influence. And influence lets you things like build new outposts, promote outposts to cities, link your territories together, influence other people to do cool things. Let's get studying. And let's see. Do we have anything nifty over here, like horses? Little horsies? Any little horsies? I don't see little horses. No, it just means we're going to be slightly slow starting. That's alright. We will build a calendar, which allows me to... So that's the end of our first turn. It was evening, it was morning, it was the first turn. Okay, it was the second turn. Alright, so another one has become a new culture. Alright, now I am going to probably split my runners here. So, split them off into their own thing.
Come over here.
There we go. Now this way I could send people off in multiple directions, because it's just smarter.
Over this way.
Over this way.
Follow me.
You can see this game is super, super pretty. I mean, you can zoom out to the point where nothing means anything. But then zoom in to the point of pretty interesting. I like it. Alright. Now we now also have the Assyrians and the Hittites. Arpa got bigger. We like it to get bigger. We want our cities to be full. It's a sanctuary. Oh, I love it when I go that direction. Meanwhile, over here, not enough influence to do it. Get 15. Next turn, I can build something else.
Of course.
But another outpost got.
You have constructed a first emblematic quarter. It's a symbol of power and a lasting memory of this era. Go ahead, be smug.
Haha, aren't we smug? Now that they are living in permanent settlements, villagers want to track the changes of the seasons and organize the planting of crops. Now I could build another settlement. I'm gonna build it right there. Yeah. Can't do much else though. Now let's do some researching again. Still not seeing any little horsies. That's alright though. We do need to kind of start getting ourselves into a bit of more of a defensive sort of deal. Hopefully some horses will appear soon, because we're going to need them. So with that being the case, we will go ahead and do some carpentry. Learn how to make bows. Up I got bigger. Almas, this little place, also got bigger. But I eventually turned it into a city. Over here's the city cap. How many one you can have before you start stretching yourself too thin and keeping your empire.
Let's go.
We have the high ground. Still not seeing any horses. Oh, there's a lot of horses over here. Smokes. Nobody's going hungry, that's for sure. You like the music. Alright, so we need some extra stuff for the granary. Oh yeah, as an agrarian culture, we get more fame by earning agrarian stars. What does that mean? Let's explain that. So, in order to advance your culture, you have to get stars of these 7 different areas, and each culture gets a bonus for one of these specific things. So, us as an agrarian, we want a higher population. The more population that we get, the more stars we earn. But we're also getting stars from expanding and giving ourselves more territory by having more fame and influence from the Aztec. And then we have the builder stars by building districts. Food districts, science districts, money districts. And then we have the merchant stars by earning lots of money. Scientist stars, the more technologies we earn, the more science we get. And militarist by blowing people up. Competitive spirit only matters if you fall behind. Which at this level, there's not much of a chance we're going to fall behind. But it can happen. And that's basically what we're working on. We want a higher population, which is one of the reasons why I'm working on getting more territory and more cities so I can get as quickly as I can. So I want to be able to build things better here, so we're going to give ourselves some a district, which is a maker's quarter, and which basically allows us to have better production, to build things faster and easier. It looks like we have an event. We have our first civic. Civics are a way that you basically kind of turn your civilization into Well, it'll make sense here in a second. So we have founding myth and legitimacy. So let's take a look. This is the other reason why we want these little stars, is so that we can put these in. By what right do we rule? Do we have a natural right? We claim inherent dominion over the land and the beasts. Or is it a divine mandate? Our supremacy is ordained, for we are the chosen ones. What direction do you think we should take? Do you think we should just be like, we're here, it's our place? Or the gods put us here, it's our place because the gods said so? Which one would you guys like to see? Let's start shaping up our culture. These little axes kind of give us different ideas of where things are going to go. The little squares tell us where we are. Right now, we're right dead center. This one will give us more stability in our cities, which keeps them going, and more science. If we go the opposite direction, we get more faith. Faith is important if you want a religion and you want to kind of run by religions. What do you guys think? Would you like to see natural right or divine mandate? Let's shape this together, shall we? Science! Science it is. Natural right.
Why was this even a question? Let's keep it simple. We've been here. It's our place.
Simple. Simple is, simple does. And the other one is legitimacy. What style of laws does our empire use? Customary laws, historical precedent, and tradition serve as the basis for our judgment. Codified laws. Laws will be debated, classified, and codified for perpetuity. This will push us even more towards science, or push us back into the middle by adding more stability. We also get an extra benefit, minus 50% on critic and outpost, which makes expanding cheaper, a little bit easier. We could get out, flow out a little faster. Codified laws allows us to attach an outpost, which I'll show you how to do that here in a bit. But essentially, instead of like making an outpost into a city, we may instead have a city absorb it. If it's not granting us anything other than territory, there's not necessarily a good reason to turn an outpost into a new city. We could just have another city absorb it and get all of the resources from it in that way, which is sometimes better. But this will make it a little bit cheaper. Cities can also literally merge together later on into big old metropoli. So which one do we think? Do we want customary laws? Put us back in the middle. Or do we want codified laws, where they have been debated and classified? Sound off. What do we think? I'm going to take a lucky stab in the dark there, Feathered, and go with the idea that you want more science. Blind you with science. You got it.
Just imagine, once you discover writing, you can literally throw the book at them.
Once we discover writing, we're going to throw the book at people. Very good. We kind of see how much we've not really discovered. Well, this is what I was talking about, how you can link adjacent cities. This. We can attach this outpost to this city, but make it into a much larger area under my control. But because I'm not really finding much in the way of resources to use, so it might not be a bad plan instead of trying to make this into carpentry. The art of woodworking is essential for bow making, and it lays the foundation for future construction. Arms to keep moving. Oh, it's time to make religion. We're gonna find religion. What do we think? Are we gonna be polytheist with the gods? Or are we gonna go with shamanism? Polytheism gives us a big boost of faith in our main city. or shamanism, which is a little bit less, but it's generating faith from 2 spots instead of 1. We want to be shamans. What do you think? My nose is going to change. Ooh, well, how about we flip a coin? Heads will be polytheists. Tails will be shamans. Hey Google, please flip a coin. Heads. Guess we're going to have the gods. We have religion. And with religion, we have the ability to make religious places. These are helpful because they can increase stability, which the further out cities get, the harder they are to manage, the more difficult they are to control, but even more so if you go beyond the city cap. I want to go past the city cap. But I don't know that I necessarily want to jump right into that yet. But it might be important to kind of get our faith off the ground, so why not? We'll just go ahead and let's build a thing. Let's go throw it right here on the island. Looks like a good place. Could be fun. Alright, it's going to take 6 turns, and we're not going to do much else until that's done. Alright, we're going to be domesticating. Gotta find some horses. As taming and breeding of wild animals, such as pigs and buffalo, bring millions of earning and working. Horses. I can make some scout riders because they're faster than the runners in the audio. Harappa is now part of Harappan polytheism. He named a religion. We're good there. Alright. I need the little horses.
Yes. Off we go.
Well, with all of these rivers, just having to cross all of them. Oh, that's a long one. We'll just stop there. Alright, and of course, more science. We shall defend our cities with walls. Bad warriors. Should be. I love the way I've got the game set up right now. We shouldn't ever need warriors to go to war with, because I have an enforced peace on the game, so that the people don't try to conquer the world. Also because I just don't have the time for that. It's just not my thing. Yes, it's a 4X game. Totally I get people like to go to war. Totally, I am not one of them. Do I like making things easy on me? Ooh, look, I got an agrarian star. Because we got bigger. But there's our extra star for fame. Fame is the overall measure of how you're going to do in the game. The more fame you have, the more you're going to get. With the advent of permanent settlements, thought naturally turned to security and defense. The earliest innovations are simple, but effective. Now, a garrison, a wall, or palisades in this case. Not that we're going to. But I got a scientist star. 7 stars, and we get to move on to our next era. And over here, you can see how close I am to another star. Another Aztec star, if I get it up to 150 influence. And another expansionist star, if I could get another territory. That's what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to get a territory. 32. Oh my gosh. On a hill. Better.
Will do.
Still no horses. Well, down here.
Let's go. Right. Off we go. Will do.
Gosh, I am not finding any resources. I set the game for abundant resources and I can't find a one. I wonder if the seed that I made. That's okay. We're still early days. We're only 9 turns in. It's not like I need to really get out. So, let's learn to write. I like writing. The first person to get writing gets a bonus, so let's get some bonuses going. Plus, it gives me the ability to earn money. Almaze got bigger. King got bigger. Almaze is converted to Arabian polytheism. I should think about having a second city, though. It will be king. Bigger and bigger. Oh, we have here. Get over that curiosity. Gold hoard worth 20 gold. And we're gonna make another territory. Put on that split. And still no resources to be found. Really rocky mountainous territory. That's not bad. It's just it's gonna keep my life interesting is what it's gonna do. But I really do need a second city. As well be here. Alright. Suggested spot. Send them on their way. Hopefully we could find some actual, resources soon. Because this is getting a little old. Oh, we have a new civic. The Empire's religion grows. More and more followers are coming into the faith every day. Some practice their beliefs through ceremonies led by priests, while others guide their own worship. But it's time to give blessing to one of these means. Alright, religious rites. Should they be communal or personal? Religious ceremonies can bind communities close together, where the act of worship is a sacred act between a believer a higher power, which we can either go this way, which we get industry, and procession action, which allows us to spend money to make the place more stable. Useful if cities start getting a little out of whack. Or we could go over here to get more money and reduce the cost of religious districts. What do we think? Community? Or person? I know it can be a little confusing sometimes. Totally, I get it. Towards unity? All right then.
Gathering, sharing, forming a community. Might I recommend throwing in a few feasts as well?
Who doesn't love a good feast? I'm a huge fan of feasts. We're going to attach this spot because there's nothing else between them. So we're just going to make them into one big... I got an expansion star for making ourselves even bigger. We're not going to acquire this one. This is probably going to become a city leader. But we don't want to do that. We don't want to mess with the cap. Yep.
Devotion and respect for authority. Good. Just be careful of fanaticism.
achieved a deed. We built a holy site. And we got an Aztec star for it, too. See? Because we got influence. We expanded, so we got an expansion star. We need to get our population up, though, because that's our thing. It's agrarianism. Arapa is now starving, which means it's not so much that they're running out of food. It's that there's more people than places for them. So we need to build something that uses up some of the population. Because it's got little, too many people, too little space. Mohenjo-daro is now finally correct. Somebody found Vinicius somewhere way out there. Mohenjo-daro gained population, a lot of it. Satala got
Nope.
yeah, nope.
Only in the mind's eye.
That's cute. He's like, nope, not going there. Nope, nope, nope. Sorry. Not happening today. Decided to just turn them around at the last second, but hey. The only reason I get to build the second one is because I absorbed another territory. But I like having the extra food. But we are going to need to do something about the number of people here. But usually the easiest way to do that is to build something that actually uses it. So we can make ourselves an archer on the area. I think that should work pretty well. Otherwise, people starve to death. They're losing population. And they're not doing anything productive with it, so... we have here the game of prophecy. With the Empire thriving, a new game hailing from a foreign land beguiles the population. Everywhere you go, the distinctive game board and pieces catch you. Insisting on a public demonstration, you play the game under instruction in your palace court, but the event has a sting in the tail. The game is reckoned to be a form of divination as well as entertainment. Gasps can be heard as the game's prophecy becomes clear. You're fated to lose everything. What are we gonna do? Silence! As prophecy spreads, the results can be devastating. Every witness must be paid off. Or we can overlook it. Let them gossip. The prophecy will soon be proven false. Or heed it. We must listen to the divination and prepare for the worst. So I can either lose money by paying people, I can become defiant, which means that the place becomes less stable, or they become superstitious, or we lose science. Clearly, I'm not giving up that science. But, you know, I think the prophecy could be overlooked. But what do you think? That's more important. What is your thinking here? What would we like to do with this so-called prophecy? So many interesting options. So many possible consequences. I mean, we don't have enough money to pay the people off, so we can't really silence them. We could overlook it and show people it's just a game, people. Or we could heed it and hide. I personally think it should be overlooked, but you tell me. Overlook it? Okay. We can overlook it. All right. So we're going to overlook this for now.
An enormous leap forward, from mundane tallies of crops to recording the wisdom of sages. Humankind now wields the most powerful tool of all.
Writing has been researched. Though it starts as crude marks on simple materials, the ability to store and transmit knowledge will change the world. Civics are cheaper. We can now make a market quarter to make more money. We can make a food market. We can make a house of scribes.
Now, things that one generation learned can be passed to the next, via something more reliable than campfire stories.
We get fame for being the first people to discover writing. So Harappa lost people because it didn't get somebody dead fast enough. Okay. Tal is now part of our polytheism. Our religion grows. You can see the little dial filling in. All right.
Over this way. Come over here. Off we go. Let's go.
This place is going to be fun for science later. Look at the little science markers.
Off we go.
All right, so Mohenjo-Daro is new. I like getting influence, so more influence it'll be for the moment. They're not gonna keep that soon. Struggle for dominion. The capital is the empire's true seat of power. But now other cities with energetic populaces rise to prominence. Their leaders and other influential figures want sway over the empire's affairs, and the question of who wields power must now be answered. Leadership. All right. How shall we be ruled? How shall we lead? Shall we have a small council, a handful of the wisest heads to give good counsel, or an autarch, absolute leader? The absolute will of the leaders shall not be diluted. This will give us +1 city cap, meaning we could get an extra city. Over here, we get +25 stability, which means we're less likely to have rebellion. This one will push us this direction here, which gives us more stability on cities and even more influence for emblematic districts like our little canal network. This one here pushes us a little bit more towards stability towards cities. Vision and detection range is just how much further my units can see. Council? Alrighty. Small council.
Most problems eventually yield to the onslaught of more brains.
Indeed, more brains. And besides, we need a little bit of sustainability. Just like how HelloFresh can help you eat more sustainably. HelloFresh's pre-portioned ingredients means there's less prep for you and less wasted food. The packaging that HelloFresh uses to ship your food is already recycled content, but HelloFresh cuts down on your food waste by at least 25% when compared to grocery shopping. Cool. Cool. All right. More science. What shall we learn? Shall we learn how to make walls, bronze, a wheel, fishing, irrigation? With all these rivers, how much irrigation do we need? Oh, let's see here. Man, I still haven't found a single resource in all of this. This is not shaping up to be good. Let's learn how to fish. Say on. Yeah, roar, hello. That's what it was when you started and got distracted. It's okay. There are some days when I am very easily distractible. Ask my wife. But here we're picking out a new technology. What do we want to learn? Do we want to learn irrigation? We could flood irrigate. Do we want to learn how to fish and make a harbor? Do we want to learn masonry so that we can do stoneworks? Do we want to do bronze working if should I ever find in any way, shape, or form things? shiny. Which one was shiny? Bronze working? Am I near water? Let's see. Water. Water. So much water. My God, that's a lot of water. Are you near water? Yes, we are very near water. Because we're either going to irrigate or we're going to fish. Go fish. All right, let's go fish. Fishing we shall go. Greener pastures. Trigger migration from territories adjacent to the city. As population increases, but neighboring empires get grievances. Yeah, it's not we're not near another empire to attract people. But look, imagine not a single fish caught with a crude spear, but with a net heaving with a writhing silver-scaled catch. Mohenjo-daro got bigger, Satala got bigger.
Come over here. Follow me. Off we go. Over this way.
Heading over there. All right. They're not in danger of overpopulating. Let's go build the first harbor. We're gonna go fish. Well, okay, we're gonna go fish later. An event. The land of the dead. I like your face is placed in an awkward spot because it blocks those benefits. Sorry. Alright, for hundreds of years, the dead of Mohenjo-daro have been laid to rest at burial sites within or close to the city's borders. Now, however, with fast-rising population and many dying every noon, the sites are becoming overcrowded. Future burials could lead to disease as corpses await processing. Cremation might be a wiser choice. What is your choice? Shall we bury the dead? Our religious traditions must be upheld. The workers will just have to build more tombs. Forced labor. We're going to get better industry, but we lose stability. Cremate. Soldiers will be needed to ensure obedience, but all will be cremated to ensure a healthy citizenry. Quartermaster. Plus 10 food, plus 20% for building a land unit, or 20% on a naval unit. Privilege. The religious elite will still be buried, but the masses must be cremated. Fanatical. Boosted faith in returns. Thus we have this pushes towards tradition, this towards progress, and this one towards tradition. What shall we do? How do we want to handle the land of the dead? This pushes us up slightly. It pushes us a little bit away from science towards tradition. This one pushes us a little bit more science into the next area. So we would get more science if we cremated. This one still pushes us a little bit away from that towards tradition. Which tradition has its benefits. And I can have a third city here. I'm going to make sure we get a third city. Personally, I'm thinking maybe cremation might be better, but privilege has its thing, but this would definitely give us extra science. But I know you like to be blinded by science. Shall we continue to be blinded by science, or shall we be a little bit more traditional? As soon as this fills in down here, we get to create a religious temple and an extra holy site. Science! Ooh, a resource. My God, that took a while. All right. Irrigation, masonry, bronze working, the wheel, or shall we start setting sail? First, I think we should probably look at the tech screen and not fall too far behind. So maybe masonry would be a smart choice. But maybe bronze working because maybe there's some bronze that we haven't discovered over there. That's my thinking. What do you think? Sound like a good plan? I think we're going to do masonry either way because it's only going to take a turn to get it at most. And then we'll worry about irrigation versus bronze working after.
Your first harbour gives access to endless expanses of the vast blue seas, great voyages and discoveries. Should have done this ages ago.
Uh-oh, we've run into another empire.
We've been going nowhere. Shall we try forward?
That is interesting.
That is interesting. Well, that didn't take long for us to get to know each other. We're at peace with them. They want to trade luxuries. This is good because we have zero, big fat goose egg. I think I'd like to accept it for no other reason than to kind of give us a little bit of a boost. Let's say we accept their offer. Of course, you can't really see them, but they're hesitant towards us right now. They're unsure of your intentions. Our trust is stable, but their archetype is hateful, and we are much more powerful than they are, so they're kind of freaking out about us. But I think we need the luxuries. I think because we have some money and we can afford to spend it. Plus, we're about to advance into the next level. They're eager to develop relationships, but they hate everybody. Right. That's so helpful. Alright. I'm going to accept.
This will be a blessing for all parties. I accept.
This is most satisfying.
We have nothing to trade. Cool.
The Assyrians. The fact that they have horses and siege engines might indicate their preferences as a neighbor.
Masonry research. Ability to hew rocks into precise blocks held together with mortar. Buildings can last for centuries instead of for years, transforming the very character of cities. Very cool. And we got a scientist star, so we can move on. That's why it's flashing like crazy. Can't really see the flashing, but that's why it's flashing. And a builder star. And an Estet star. Jeez, we got a lot of stars. I'm not really complaining. Bugger. I gotta start building around in here soon, or I'm not gonna be able to get anything in it at all. I got a carcass. Got money for it. Interesting. Let's just keep exploring this little corner. Place to put an outpost here shortly.
Come over here.
Right, there's my archer. I'm gonna put him up on. I'm gonna put him here. And
Yes, Commander.
all right, so let's start making this into a little bit of a better place for us. I say we get a little bit of science going on. build a science quarter yet. We can build a school. House of Scribes. Oh, Blades of the Empire. As your horizons widen, your armies grow in lockstep with your ambition. Now, with military power spread over several regiments, it is time to decide the nature of the soldiers with whom to compose your armies. Conscripts. Conscripted soldiers will save us the cost of raising soldiers from the crib. Or professional soldiers. Forged from the youngest age, professional warriors will give us stronger armies. Either way, we have minus 30% on industry costs, which makes things cheaper. Or our units, when we need to have them, are stronger. This pushes us to +4 influence, because we're heading more towards or we start heading back this direction and gain stability. I personally believe in professionals, but what do you think? I think a professional army is smarter, but the reduced industry cost to make them. Bearing in mind that a unit can also be a ship when it comes time to go across the seas. While you're thinking about that, let's also forget, let's not forget that this is a sponsored stream. Our sponsor is HelloFresh. If you use my link or go to HelloFresh.com and use the code POGSE865 for up to 16 free meals plus 3 surprise gifts across 6 HelloFresh boxes plus free shipping. I do encourage you to use that link. And I can even show you exactly what you're going to get and what the site looks like here shortly. I'm going to do that soon because you kind of see what we're trying to show off. Meanwhile, back into the civics. What do we think? Professional soldiers or conscripts? Professionals. Good choice.
It does seem logical that people shouldn't have to do a job unless they want to.
I could find myself a definite agreement with that. More science. What do we think? The wheel, bronze working, irrigation, or shall we start on the path of sailing? Could also be organized warriors, but we're not really going to war. But there are benefits like being able to train, which gives us industry options, siege weapons if we ever did go. Unlikely, but or we can have fishmongers, pentaconters. Wheel will actually give us roads. How about you? I like roads. Bronze working unlocks a lot of things, but we have to have bronze. And so far, we haven't found anything. Oh my gosh, I have never ever had a game where I had literally 0 resources of any flavor. I also gotta make a 3rd city. Which will probably be whichever one I plant here. Let's make some roads. Alright, it is time to choose a new culture. Alright, we can continue to be Harappans. Or we could look into getting something else. Transcending means we keep what we have, but we get a bigger fame bonus. Or we could become Oxamites. Those who control the market control the world. The Greeks, with their science. Let us clash words of the amphitheatron and swords on the battlefield. The Carthaginians, over sea and land, our trade routes will crisscross the world. Or we could become Celts. Let the ballads to the gods and heroes echo deep in our forest. The Goths, not to be confused with people who like to hang out in dark clothing and dark places. The fallen will not be forgotten as we fight for greatness. The Huns, all will think the world splits asunder upon hearing our steeds. Not that helpful without horses. The Marians, only a fool diminishes their other cultures without consideration. The Maya, great feats of architecture honor the majesty of the cosmos. The Achaemenid Persians, go as far as you can see, but when you get there, see further. The Romans, throw me to the wolves, and I will return leading the pack. The Axamites are merchants. They get more when it comes to money. The Greeks get a bonus to science. Carthaginians are all about the money. Celts are like food, just like we were originally as the Hierophants. The Goths are about military and beating stuff up. Same with the Huns. The Marians are focused on influence and diplomacy, the greatest culture. The Maya are all about building. The Achaemenid Persians are about expanding, right along with Rome. What do we think? What culture do we want to go through next? Or stay as we are and get this? What's your thoughts? Who shall we be next? I could go through them again if you need me to. And then after we choose our next era, we're going to go visit our sponsor site. So I can kind of show off a little bit. Either the Greeks or the diplomats. Okay. So that would be the Greeks. The Greek bonus is the amphitheatron, which gives you influence and science, plus more science, and the hoplites. And the Marians give you the stupa, which gives you influence, faith, science, still more influence when it comes to researching, and big elephants. Big old elephants to run around on. Which one do you think will look cooler? Because even the Marians get some science, as you can see here. A little bit less science than the Greeks, but the Marians are very neat. I think they're pretty cool too. So what do we think? Shall we become Marians? I think it'd be pretty neat. But God forbid, I need to find some resources because I have never been this resource starved in this game before. Ever. Ooh, man. Shall we adopt the Marians then? Go with Seon's suggestion. As you can see, we change outfits. Adding light. Shall confirm this to be our next culture.
As urban centers grow, both ideas and sewage are generated at a record pace. Arts and sciences flourish as military tactics and mathematical equations become as coveted as physical goods. Empires struggle to control these intangibles, however, as some might trouble their stability. Looking for
This is
ideas?
cool. Watch this.
How about science and elephants? I'd say the Marians had a couple of good ones there.
I got a kick out of watching everything kind of transform a little bit. That's pretty cool. Alright, perhaps inspired by the Potter's Wheel, wheeled means of transport shrink the world and offer new methods of oh, we can claim a cultural wonder now. Let's make a wonder of the world, shall we? That's going to be a fun one. Each of these distinguished monuments can be a testament and to humankind's power, ingenuity, and alright, we're going to pick this out here shortly. Moment before we get into that, however, we are going to go visit the HelloFresh website real quick, and I'm going to show you what this stuff is like. Pretty cool background. Alright, so this is our HelloFresh website. As you can see, I am already logged in. This is showing off what we just got this week. Where we got Yucatan citrus chicken bowl, bulgogi pork tenderloin, miso sesame shrimp and bacon ramen, and bacon and cheddar egg bites. We made this last night. Very tasty. I enjoyed it. We're going to try these out tomorrow morning for breakfast. I'm going to those too. But let's take a look and show you just how easy it is to set something up. So here's what we have set up for next week. This was kind of a pre-build, but we can make changes to this as we like. So what's currently set up right now is firecracker meatballs and one pot chicken sausage and chickpea soup. But let's just say that this is not really what we're in the mood for. Let's say if we actually wanted to try to order something else. Well, here's all of the meals that we could do for this next couple of days. Chicken sausage spaghetti bolognese, brown sugar bourbon pork chops, beef au poivre and cheesy potato gratin, sweet heat shrimp tempura bowl, velvet steak and shallot sauce, chicken ramen and shoyu style broth, shroom and Swiss pork burgers, taqueria chicken bowls, cheesy turkey and poblano tostadas, apricot almond and chickpea. Oh, I can't pronounce it. I apologize. Garlic butter shrimp scampi, Southwest style zucchini boats, plant-based protein messy Janes. That's interesting. Sheet pan sausage and pepper flatbread, pasta primavera, one pan Rojas quesadillas, one pot beef and taco soup, creamy dill chicken, gravy tortelloni, good. Try this again. Creamy tortelloni limon, Caribbean style curry beef bowl, one pan pork and pineapple tacos, herb portobello mushroom salad, and chicken and bacon stuffed ravioli. So for this one here, for this week, let's just say I didn't want to get the firecracker meatballs. Cool. Let us hit this minus button and take them off. Now then we pick out the second item for our bowl for the week off of this list. Pretty good list, honestly. Or, if we wanted to, we could go and add one of these as a third meal. I'm not gonna lie, there were some leftovers to the ramen. Pretty tasty. So I know there'll be leftovers for these too. But yeah, we could add a third meal, or we could go down even further. Got a kit, herrings. Let's just say that we want to add something extra to the firecracker meatballs. Let's just say we want to add something. I would not mind coming in here and getting some garlic bread. Gumbo and garlic bread. Like clam chowder and garlic bread. Tomato soup and garlic bread. Are we picking up on the theme? I hope so. chunky beef chili with garlic bread, broccoli cheddar soup with garlic bread, cheddar grilled cheese, and creamy tomato soup. Want to talk about comfort food? Got a winter storm coming. This is comfort food. This is winter food. That's my deal. I would like this on if I knew I was at some bad weather coming. Mac and cheese, cornbread swirls. These are good. And gumbo. Sweet kale salad and fully cooked chicken. Avocado ranch salad. Sesame salad. Sweet kale salad with garlic bread. Avocado ranch salad with garlic bread. Crunchy sesame salad combo. It looks right here. Savings. We get this, you save a little bit of money, get a little bit extra. We also have a few other things. You want something more? This Charlie. These are great. Oh, those are yummy. Add $13 to our order, and boom, we're gonna have cheesy garlic butter crescent rolls with one of those meals. I wouldn't make this into a meal by itself. You could. A little carb in it. That's okay though. And of course, we do like to make these every now and then. These boards. Charcuterie boards are good stuff. I mean, these make a really fantastic meal of good finger foods. Put them together, throw them on a plate, combine them any way you like. So Gouda, cured meats, baguette, and fig jam. But really, it is drop dead simple to add something to a week's meal. This would be like some extra appetizers, an extra component, soup to add to everything. Just straight garlic bread. That's what I was really looking for. It's like, maybe I want some garlic. Here. So, if I wanted to do that, click. That jumps up and that gets added onto our box. This is the cost of our box food. But it'll break it down. Classic box, 2 people, 2 meals. Garlic bread, but hey, look, there's my code. So it's going to knock off $18.22. So it'll be $44.72. Add on the garlic bread. Now that really is all there is to it. There is some things that you can do with any of the bowls that you have. Because you're not because this is, like I said, this is automatic because we made a taste profile so that we could decide, what kind of meals, because we didn't always want to choose all of the meals every week. I can of course turn those off and pick out all of my meals each week on my own entirely. Do I think that this was a good selection of options for this week? As a matter of fact, I do. So let's tell them that this was good. So they'll add, they'll offer more stuff like this. But of course, the more stuff that we add and the more stuff that we change, the more accurate and better the future orders will become. Like this week here, for the beginning of March, let's see what we have in store. Crispy chicken cayenne chicken cutlets, 1 pan Santa Fe pork tacos. I am really looking forward to these tacos. But what if I don't want to do ground pork? Well, I could do ground pork. What if I want to add a vanilla cheesecake and give us a little bit of extra dessert? I like dessert. I like desserts. I'm fond of desserts. But of course, as before, we can change the meals, or we can add meals. So many good options here. I mean, really, really good options. And I mean, when you think about this, you could save save some time. But this will help you reach your goals. Have a goal when it comes to eating. Keep your resolutions and keep control of your food choices. Look at these different options here. Getting a home-cooked meal on the table every day is an accomplishment worth celebrating. So, let HelloFresh help you with 50 weekly menu and market items to choose from, then you can think less about what's for dinner and more about achieving your goals. With fit and wholesome recipes, low in calories or low in carbs, you can indulge in delicious meals without any of the worries. And you can stay on track with simple recipes, fresh pre-portioned ingredients that will help limit your meal prep time, that cut back on your trips to the grocery store, which can be very, very helpful, I tell you. I like to shop. That's part of my problem. I like to shop. So it's just something to kind of keep in mind. This could help out if you're having trouble with figuring out things. So, but that's the website. And I wanted to really kind of show that off to you. But remember, you use my link or go to HelloFresh.com. That use the code POGSE865 for up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts across 6 HelloFresh boxes plus free shipping. I think I may have accidentally killed our game. That's okay. We'll go back to it and start right back up. So, if anybody needs the code, it's right there on the screen. Symbol that I just recited. And, yeah. Let's get back to the game that I just accidentally let run too long. That's okay. This is fixable. Let's just start right back up and pick up where we left off. So what do we think? The website's pretty simple to navigate, pretty easy to look stuff up. Good way to adding things on. And like I said, if you don't want them to pick the meals for you, you could choose every single meal every single week and make up your own mind about it. But in the meantime, let's get back to the game. Let's have some fun here. We'll just pick right up. I do like this music. Alright, we're starting off as the Morons. Only a fool dismisses other cultures without consideration.
As urban centers grow, both ideas and sewage are generated at a record pace. Arts and sciences flourish as military tactics and mathematical equations become as coveted as physical goods. Empires struggle to control these intangibles, however, as some might trouble their stability.
All right. As Bryans, you have reached the classical era. Now, these have changed for us. So, because we were previously terrapins, we have now +1 food, tiles that produce food, and an extra food if we're on the river. We're surrounded by rivers. But for this era, we have +1 influence on all of our emblematic districts, and -10% on attaching outposts. But now, this is all about gaining influence for our culture. We get bigger bonuses for completing the 3 stars for this one, so we should probably focus on that instead of spreading ourselves out. But in the first era, that's really the only thing you should be doing. Go out there, spread out, claim as much territory as you can. The city cap will keep you from going too far, but you want to collect territories. The wheel, perhaps inspired by the Potter's Wheel, wheeled means of transport shrink the world and offer new methods of waging war. Alright, so it is time for us to choose our first wonder of the world. What do we want to build? We have so many cool options. We've got the Temple of Artemis, faith, stability, health, fame. Then it's considered to be a holy site. It doesn't count against our holy site cap. Has to be placed on a woodland or a forest. It can only be built once. Stonehenge, the site of deep spiritual significance, observing the solstices within this ring of giant stones takes the breath away. +10 food, plus stability, plus faith, plus more stability, plus more food, plus more fame. Or perhaps we want to do the Pyramid of Giza, a testament to human will and ingenuity. Makes things just costs districts cost less, because there's extra stability, and of course fame. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon, all about fame. The oasis of verdant, fragrant life in a parched land. These gardens offer a memorable place to host visiting dignitaries. But it has to be placed on a luxury resource. We have none. None. The pyramid has to be placed next to a river. Not hard. We're literally surrounded by them. Everywhere we look, there's a river. There's another river. Oh, look. I think I see a river. The statue of Zeus. Faith, stability, money for being allied with your friends. Seated on the base of black marble, the throne decorated with gold and ivory, Zeus challenges humankind to fulfill its potential. Maybe we want to go to the mausoleum at Halicarnassus. The awe-inspiring tomb of a dead governor gives dreams of eminence to all who set eyes on it. But look, it's science. Or perhaps the Colossus of Rhodes, seeing this bronze giant on the horizon, gives strength to the homeward bound and demands respect from outsiders. Or the lighthouse at Alexandria. If we were going to go, out into the great ocean, this would lead us back home. So, what should we get? We get to choose one. If we're really, really lucky, do a really good job building it, but we get enough influence, we might be able to build a second one. But tell me, which one of these great things shall we build today? I advise against the Hanging Gardens because we have no resource to build it on. The rest are pretty cool. But if we're looking for science, I would go for the mausoleum. If we're looking for money, that would be the statue of Zeus. What do we think? What shall we build this game? What else we can? Alright, what do you think, guys? And girls? And others? I personally recommend the mausoleum, but what do you think? Any of these are impressive. All of them are impressive. We just can't build the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. And remember I was talking about before how we can zoom in on things? Remember that religious site we built? Let's zoom in on it. But look, you can see people hanging out by it. Doing stuff. How amazing is that? Huh? I love it. You can see all the little people. All the little things. So imagine for a moment what it's going to look like if we put one of these amazing wonders down on the map to go with it. I'm going to say if we don't get an answer here shortly, I'm going to go with the mausoleum. Mausoleum it is. All right. Still haven't figured out what that actually is yet, because I don't have the right technology for it. But we're going to need to claim this territory. When I have some more
Understood.
stuff to do that with.
Off we go.
Over here. Oh shit.
Yes, sir.
All right, we're gonna learn how to irrigate, and then we're gonna learn some bronze. No, we're gonna learn bronze, and then we'll learn how to irrigate. Culture Blitz. Immediately bring one of your empire's territories back into the sphere of influence. What that means by sphere of influence, you pull out far enough, and you can see. This is what I own. This is what I know they own. These are the territories that are kind of in between. Over here is Hurrians, Collectives Liberty, and we can't patronize them yet, because it has to become a city first. Or I can go build an army and go blow them up and take over that. That's okay. Not to worry. You're fine. Looks like the Olmecs have reached the ancient era and have decided to stay the Olmecs. And Satal is losing people. We're gonna fix that. Arapa is gaining people. But they're going to lose people next turn if I'm not careful. Alright, so. Still don't know what either of these are. Which is okay. Alright, let's build an outpost over here.
I'm on it. Follow me.
How can I have no resources?
Okay.
Either way, I still need a third city, and I need it sooner rather than later. Elephants. Nope. Don't have the ability to do the elephants. I don't have the technology. That's okay. We'll have it soon enough. Oh, we have an event. What did we get? Fate of the Free Cities. World, as it ever was, is divided into rulers and the ruled. Great sprawling empires and proud independent cities. Your struggle is with other empires. You should not forget the part that these free cities play. How shall we use other people? Mercenary armies. Why let our own blood be spilled when we could pay others to fight? Which pushes us this direction, as well as hiring armies being cheaper. Or we could assimilate people. Our empire will become stronger by opening our arms to new communities. What do we think? Hire them out? Or you're my friend? What do we think? Be the Borg. Technology and distinctiveness will be added to our own. Resistance is futile.
They may have more to offer than just their weapons. The simulation does seem practical.
I still aren't a city yet. That's alright. It's in this turn. The Mycenaeans became the Goths. Irrigation. With a basic understanding of how the seasonal flooding of the river can be better controlled, water is no longer a matter only for the gods. But look, our religion is shiny. Awesome. So these are all the places that currently follow my religion. They have clearly built their own, which means they're going to start getting annoyed when their places start to convert. Just for the record. But we get to pick out a tenant. What shall we choose today? We have access to all of them because we built the first one. Reject luxury. Plus 5 money on luxury deposits. We have done. Be virtuous as water. Plus stability on rivers. We have a lot of rivers. Shelter the true oracles. Plus 1 influence on mountains. We're up against quite a few. Smite the unbeliever. Make our units more powerful. Hunt the infidels. Increased war support, which only matters if we're going to go to battle with people. But also we want to maintain good relations with them. If their war support gets bigger than ours, then they basically think they've got the better of everything, and it gets things really tricky. Seek wisdom. More science on strategic deposits. We don't have any of those yet either. Abstain from intoxicants. We get to basically get better industry. Reject the seas, or no, respect, sorry. Respect the sea's bounties. More food on lakes and coastal waters. What do we think? How shall we shape this religion? I think we should be seeking wisdom or respecting the sea's bounties. Or we should shelter the true oracles, because we're an influence culture. Seek wisdom, respect the sea's bounties, or shelter the true oracles. Well, we do have 2 resources that will generate science for us once we discover what they actually are. Or until we can actually find some actual, resources. Oh my god, I've never been this forked with resources before. Ever. I say we shelter the true oracles. Or we get more food from more people. I'm thinking sheltering the true oracles to match with our current culture. Let's proclaim the word of the divine. We're surrounded by mountains, I think. Maybe we should respect the sea's bounty. Let's respect the sea's bounties. We got plenty of those. Plenty, plenty, plenty. All right, turn that off. The Morians enacted respect the sea's bounties for their religion. All right. Shall we build another holy site? Shall we build another stupa? Shall we build another unit before we get overwhelmed? Shall we make our internal stuff a little bit easier to deal with? Perhaps we should be building a harbor for this city as well. Although I prefer to build as many of these as humanly possible. Well, that's okay, Seon. I don't mind. You do what you need to do. It's the weekend. We're going to get the chance to talk a lot anyway, so you have a good night. Lurk if you can, or not. It's up to you. But I appreciate you all the same. coming in. Shall we sail? Organize warfare? Ooh. Look at the science districts. Especially with science. Philosophy. Let's be philosophizers. Nubians became the Oxamites. Mohenjo-daro got bigger. Algor got bigger. That's true. Oh, which one should be our new city? Elcor? Or Churton? Oh, the Churton, because it's got the potential resources. But can't be a city for a Churton. Resources this game. I mean, seriously, this is getting crazy. The Assyrians have discovered the stunning taiga forest. A schism in the heart. Followers of the Empire's religion continue to grow, but within the temples and holy places, tensions grow. Sadly, the blossoming interpretations of religious tenets leading to schisms as worshippers place more or less import on different groups. It speaks to a wider question of how other entire religions should be seen. Is religious harmony something to aspire to, or a question that should never be raised? C1 should be our city. We can't enact this yet, so we're going to come back to it. Satala or Churton? Churton should be the city. Right? Can't do it yet, but it will be next turn.
Debate and discussion are not the pastimes of the idle, but the actions of thinkers and movers who will touch every aspect of civilization.
By turning casual questions on matters of existence, vice, and reality, the topic of fully fledged study, cultures can better understand the world and themselves. We get a new city. Cool, we get a team of cities. We can make research quarters, and we can open a school. Shall become a city now. Meet.
A new independent people. And who are they? Time will tell if they are helpful, helpless, or history.
Want this thing right now. And of course I can't build it. But look, I found resources. Oh my god, we found resources. Holy smokes. Resources at last.
Yes. Okay. All right.
We're going that way then. All right. Sweet. We're going to build some people to go explore. We're going to build a runner whose whole job is to do nothing more than go run around the world and look nifty. And over here, we're going to start working on those science districts because we need science. Uh-oh, what do we got here? The Priests of Nature. The large number of farming districts has led to a blossoming of knowledge of plants for health, sustenance, and medicine. With the Empire at peace, stable enough to support such a move, never before has there been a better time to make official the status of your most learned brothers and sisters. Do you wish to found such a caste? Reject. We should use this time of peace and plenty to instead focus on better trained armies. Now, or establish. It seems prudent to have wise men and women know the crops among our population. Let's be smart, shall we? Because I don't know why in the world you would reject that. That's me. You might disagree with me. I think we're going to establish the priests. Let's go sailing. It's time to go sailing. I should have done that a while ago, to be honest.
You have marched out your first emblematic unit. Congratulations. Do try to keep them alive.
Sailing. Frontiers of humankind are expanded by the revelation that bodies of water can be mastered through the use of sailboats. We've got a scientist star. Okay. Still can't build something here. Cannot be done. There are no territories to claim. Oh, shoot. It's owned by somebody. Yay! Now we can go talk to these people. Hello there. We would like to patronize you. Have some influence? Have some money? Got it a few churns? They're going to be my city. I bet I get all those cool gems. You shall go forth and explore the world. Go, my son, and show 'em the world. Put something over here, because I can get these gems. Gems. All right. Okay, so Harappa probably needs to develop itself a little bit more, in terms of like the industry as well as science. I have horses. Where? Where? Oh my God, we found horses. Holy smokes, we have horses. Holy smokes, we have horses. How did I miss this entire spot? I feel kind of dumb. Alright, my new place. This place looks really cool for science. Therefore, science it shall be. We have another event. Myths and monsters. The Empire's reputation as an oasis of learning and knowledge grows. Together with the reigning peace, philosophers from faraway lands flock to your cities to exchange ideas. One has studied the great fiery visitor in the heavens that rises and sets without fail every day. They approve of the sun as an orb, a vast distance from our world, but not a celestial god. Should you open your people's eyes to these new vistas? Enlighten them. The people should learn the truth, but should war break out, we should be ready for accusations of heresy. Chance of triggering another event. Mythologize. True knowledge can be dangerous if it weakens the faith. What do we think? Shall we, push more towards mythologizing it? Or should we enlighten people about these great celestial bodies? Thoughts, ideas, thoughts. Like once, twice. I like the idea of trying another event. Although we also got to start working on that mausoleum soon. I should make my 4th city so we can start an upgrade. Since we like blinding people with science, I suggest we go for science. Continuing with Feathered Worm's ideas. Science! Yeah, we'll go with science. We like science. Well, we're gonna get this one for free, so we'll take it. Organized warfare has been researched. As weapons, armor, and structures evolve, military-minded leaders turn their attention to creating well-trained and supported armies. Alright, do we want trade expeditions for better ships? We want hydrology, which allows us to create artificial reservoirs. Water mill, which will eventually lead to the hydroelectric dam. Then the aqueduct. Shall we make a standing army, which allows us to find iron? Or shall we go with rhetoric, which allows us to do the theaters, libraries, and inspiring holy days? Although looking at our tech screen, we should probably do the simpler ones first, but we don't have to. Oh, if we want to get our elephants, we've got to get to mounted warfare. Perhaps we should work on that. I like the idea of having elephants. Who doesn't want to see an elephant go crumbling and rumbling across the screen?
If a little knowledge is a dangerous thing, with 5 research quarters, this city is not dangerous in the least.
The permanent army of full-time soldiers within the Empire's War of Peace allows diversification of military classes and military organization. The Assyrians now feel differently about you. Suspicious, but it's an improvement. I need to get into this gray area. There's too much fog of war here. Alright, if we want to start working on making this into something, we're going to need a lot more industry. But so maybe we should consider doing some stoneworks or some lumber yards. So that we could have that, or we can actually create an entirely new maker's quarter. I think in the overall scheme of things, I think I'd like to get things off the ground. Good lord, that's going to take forever and a day. Probably the same here. Nope. Influence. Take one whole turn. Alright, we have a new event. For a new civic. Existential Chasms. The Empire is enthralled with the rational investigation of nature. Many cities are awash with their scientists and studios, as well as great boons brought by their learnings. Inside sometimes threaten the establishments of your faith. How should such division be? I prefer compatibilism, which gives us even more science. Or we can do literalism. What is written is truth. Doesn't matter what the science says. I already know which direction we're going to go with this one, so why don't we just make it compatibilism?
Indeed, there is a difference between inspiration and investigation.
Oh, what did I see over here? I see iron. There's my army. Hello there. Get thee over there immediately so that I can actually go build something over there. The Assyrians have become the Archaean Persians. Uh-oh. Gone into a battle. we didn't make somebody mad. We got heirs. Oh dear.
No mercy.
No fear.
Splash. Boom, boom, ba-dum, boom, boom, boom. All right. Great. Really? Another fight. Let's resolve that one. Look, iron.
Something to make our affairs more civil?
I must ask my people.
Okay, let's ask the people. They would like to establish a non-aggression pact so that we're not going after each other's throats. You realize, of course, we're going to end up ticking her off though when I go claim the territory for that iron, right? But that's okay, because I don't think of that as an aggressive pact. What do we think? Shall we agree? Follow different religions. Archetype is hateful. Ideological archetype aside, we signed the treaty. We are more powerful than them. I think we can afford to be a little nice.
Pleased to accept your proposal, friend.
This is unexpected. Excellent.
Excellent. Alright. Okay, so with that little bit of extra push for industry, we could start working on the mausoleum. Alright. Put it over here where it's kind of out of the way of things. And you're going to help. Sweet. We can make elephants now. And we're gonna. Equipping mounts with armor and riding them into battle with sword, bow, lance, or axe-bearing riders is an expensive but effective strategy. That's that star. About to get a science star, a builder star, expansion star. Well, if I want this iron, it's gotta be somewhere around it. Give me iron. Consider making that a city. Might be smart. Has to get promoted. Hooray! And we sold the gems to the Persians because we instantly had resources they could buy. How cool is that? You have resources I can buy?
Your empire is an enigma.
Your empire is an enigma. quite end up on a map that was just so bound? I don't get it. Looks like we're about to go bumping into another culture.
Off we go. Let's go.
Gonna get some science.
Uh-huh.
Sweet. Oh, free stuff? It's like free. All right. Talented traders and scribes master languages of distant lands, trade, commercial relations grow and flourish. Hydrology, and then we'll worry about the rest. Converted. Oh, they want demanding that I give them one of my cities. Yeah, we have met the Goths, and we've researched hydrology. Got people who are angry at us.
Mobile and militarist, the Goths. You can probably guess that this relationship will not be an easy one.
A proposal for your consideration?
Trading? Sure. We have nothing, and we have everything.
That is interesting.
But hey, it's money.
Glorious! Glorious! Let it be so.
This calls for celebration.
I should think about taking that later, but I should also think about
Keeping an eye.
Let's go get ourselves healthy again. Health is good. I like having
Over
health.
this way.
That's gonna be a long walk. Meanwhile, can't assimilate them yet. We're getting there. Here. We like you. We really like you. We're gonna help build the mausoleum. Yeah, we're gonna do rhetoric because we need more influence.
Territory! That's the only way you can appease me.
Do you not realize who I am?
Do you not realize who I am? Because that's a good way to be friends with people, but this is a hateful, crazy people. We're not giving it to them. Goodbye.
No, I cannot agree to this anemic proposal.
Move on before I swat you.
Oh. Oh. Probably a little angry, dearie. Apparently they're angry. Good for them. They can be angry. Okay. Religion, cultural conversion has begun. Literal sphere influenced the Achaemenid Persians. Schwarzwald. You have discovered the Schwarzwald Forest. Sweet. Building there is actually a bonus. Oh there, can I convert you yet? Nope, not for the turn. Okay, you will soon be mine. I will soon have you. It'll be amazing. I got an agrarian star. I found the Carpathians. Here's Vigo, the Carpathian. Rhetoric. As citizens congregate in public spaces, demagogues and others hone the arts of persuasion, paving the way for more formalized instruction and Ob River. Get through this fog. Upgrade that too. Let's make it cheap. Yep. The games. Patrolling newly conquered lands requires more effort than one might think. Logistical concerns like supply trains and administration are the key to making it successful. Hi there. You are mine now.
An independent people has been added to your empire. They may seem small, but great things can come from small beginnings.
Darn right. Look, upgrade. Can't upgrade them. One, because I don't have enough horses. Two, because I'm not actually in my own land. But I see something down here I want. Go plant them somewhere over here. Shall we become an empire? I bet we become better crafters. Although I do still need to make a boot. I need to make a boot. Oh, I got bigger. So did Urcus. And as in... Oil harvests got bigger and yet they're starving. That's almost got the mausoleum. It's tempting to make another big city somewhere, just because either gotta get a little close to things, and I need to get as many resources off the ground as I can. Who owns this little patch of land? Nobody. Oh, that's fixable. Useful to keep my people fed. That'll do. I should start absorbing some of these territories. Or make one of these into city. Work my way towards getting a better camp. I'm gonna make you into a city. Then I'm gonna do. Just a little too far away. Oh, that's okay. But yes, I know, I really blew up my camp.
Yes, sir.
Well, I've got nothing better to do than put you somewhere else. The descendant of kings? A filthy, wretched man has come to your empire, claiming to be a descendant of the ancient rulers of British. Without fear, in front of your whole court, he boldly tells you that his people are owed great restitution for the grave offenses you carried out against his ancestors. However, he is willing to forego this redress on the condition you fulfill a divine prophecy and let him lead Urkesh. He promises that fulfilling the prophecy will see riches come to the city. Deny him, and he promises to bring war or famine to your area. Restitution, exceed, or belittle the chance of unexpected consequences. Parsimonies. More money, less science. Celebrating more stability, swift, more speed. I think we could just redress it. It's not a big deal. I'm not super worried. Yeah, we'll redress it. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna redress it. Hey! It's time to pick another culture. The time has come to enter another era. And on that note, I do want to remind everybody that this is a sponsored stream. You should use my link or go to HelloFresh.com and use the code POGSE865 for up to 16 free meals, plus 3 surprise gifts across 6 HelloFresh boxes, plus free shipping. It's cool. It's been tasty. Very tasty, and I like it. And you would too. So truly, use the code if you need to. And if you would like the link, let me give that to you. Alright, who shall we become today? The warlike Aztecs, although to be fair, I don't like going to war, but I don't have to. The Byzantines, making money. The Franks, being more influential. The Ghanaians, also like to make money. Teutons. Khmer, by the way, also get elephants. Should I ever manage to find some bronze? The English. Plow is mightier than the sword. The Mongols. The Umayyads were all about the science. The Norse, kind of neat. Or we could stay the Lorians and get a culture bonus. What do we think? Who do we want to shift to next? Do let me know. Who shall we become next? Anyone? Anyone? It's all about building here, which we haven't done much of. I'm not going to lie. We haven't really done a whole lot of that with it. But we could continue on this path of science with grand mosques, plus gives us the ability of faith, plus more science for cities. If we can ally with some, we can make some better friends. What do we think? Shall we consider going down the science path this time? Perhaps that would be the smartest way to go. What do we think? Tell you what, you think about which culture we're going to go do next. Meanwhile, I need to step away for a few moments because the restroom calls. I've had a lot to drink today. It's time to go somewhere. I'll be right back. You guys think about this? And I'll return shortly. Hi, I'm back, chat. Thank you so much for your patience. I appreciate you. I greatly appreciate everybody for hanging out with me and spending some time with this. This is great. All right. So, I say we continue down the scientific path for a little bit by continuing with this wonderful culture known as the Humaids. I've never actually played them. I think this could actually be pretty neat to try something new. So, yeah, let's go adopt a science culture because we've been blinding ourselves with science since the beginning. Why not be science? Good luck. Another change in outfits.
Wisdom and technical innovation from earlier eras bring humankind new knowledge, and we immediately use it to find new ways to kill each other off. Greater empires build more powerful armies, but brute strength may be defeated by superior innovations. It is brains versus brawn, with ever richer cities as tempting spoils for the victor. As far as innovation goes, the Umayyads were famed for mathematics and medicine. But I have to say that their cities as well were true jewels of civilization.
I do love watching little things change. It's pretty cool. I like it. It's pretty cool. We have become craftsmen now. Got charcoal kilns and artisan workshops. I really need a new city here. So we're gonna go do that next. That's got 3 more turns to go. Oh, what shall we do with you? Much touch. Just a good reason to blow up a peaceful people. But we can go take out this redoubt because we don't really want those guys to us. We're gonna go head over here, so maybe I can upgrade them, but I don't think I have the resources for it. I do have some iron over here that I need to start building on, so. Let's do it either. Can't upgrade them. I guess we're at the point now of just trying to explore the world. Although I seem to have accidentally split my army in the process. That's okay. We could recombine. What shall I do with you? Technology, because I need the city cap. Okay. The Olmecs are still the Olmecs. The Huns became the Aztecs. The Assamites became the Ghanaians.
Bloody and smelly, aren't they? History may be changed by battles, but that doesn't mean they're enjoyable.
Shoot. Running for your life.
Ready for go.
guess we could combine them together. Accidentally split them again. Smart. Let's work on the muscle. So I can do it. Land and freedom. The Empire is a vast and glorious land of mountains and grasslands stretching countless leagues, and full of wonders and mysteries. Over many generations, your people have subdued many of its corners. Now you must ask the question, to whom do these lands truly belong? Everybody.
Why should individual wealth and political connections determine the status of something as timeless as the land?
And while we're at it, well, we want to be open-minded, but I don't have that. Give Macaulay. Why would I do this? Why would I do this? Someone's going to have to explain that to me, why I would do something so foolish. Oh, because it's right up against your border, so that's why you got it. Well, let's also not forget, of course, that this is a sponsored stream. So you should use my link to go to HelloFresh.com and use the code POGSE865 for up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts across 6 HelloFresh boxes, plus free shipping. I'm trying to think about how to...
An impressive mausoleum.
Finally.
But I can't help wonder what sort of a sign it is when an empire spends more on the dead than the living.
Kirugi, 3 months. Welcome in. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you. It's good to see you. Welcome in, and thank you so much for that resub. Oh my empire is not doing as well as I would like. Oh, but what can I do? What can I do? Someone's getting upset at me. Okay. I'll just park them. We're blinding ourselves with science today. 3 months. That is awesome. All right. Extra food. got a military star for that. I didn't usually get those. Instantaneous D. That's okay because I can pick up for it by adding them in. Well, we're still heading this direction. Just here for a couple of minutes before I start my stream. I gotta work to do. Wow. Well, I appreciate that. I greatly appreciate it. Theology, I got my city cap, so no longer losing out on stuff. Great. New wonder can be claimed. Tolerating skirmishes, huh? Do I want Hidden City? Let that gang go. Nope, that's not a big deal. Doesn't really matter much. We are super expansionistic, are we not? Way down. More science, please. Event. In recognition of your elevated status on the world stage, a great artist has been accompanying you and your retinue as you travel the Empire and beyond. Now, many months later, the artist and their team have completed their great masterpiece. A brilliant tapestry that stretches the length of the palace. In its embroidered scenes are depicted great glories, marvelous cities, and the people's adulation of your rule. How should such a marvel best be used? Hang it so that the citizens may be inspired, divide it so that the love can be shown every day, or sell it for money. I think we're just gonna hang it on the walls. Oh, yeah. I like getting it free. Alright, where did I slow myself down? Anything? See, said the cap. Somewhere. Yeah, that'll do.
With 10 territories, you have built a city spanning more territory than your ancestors could have possibly imagined.
Because it means if I really do need to go beat up a city, I'm not going to have any real issues doing it. Not even of the littlest, slightest. Yes, the slightest bit. Alright.
30 research quarters. It's a city so full of specialists that nobody can understand anyone else.
Uh-oh. Oh. Uh-oh. I gotta fix this. Need some stability here. Let's go have some games. Let's not kill everybody to do it. Oh, pardon me. Sorry about that. I need to start worrying about stability, so let's fix that up, So that everything's got this one under control. Usually play a little smarter. Let's get stabilized.
Your empire becomes one of the giants, astride the globe. And what will you do with this power?
Time will tell. That'll be the last little tiny strip of territory. Ghosts. Masters of the Sea, or summons. When I acquired Lovely Borea, but okay. Go forth, explore the world. Keep my places from, like, totally losing it. Handy. Make you guys feel better.
You have unlocked seafaring. To safely travel the dangerous, hungry oceans. You can cause trouble anywhere you want now, and have a better chance of getting away with it.
And have a better chance of getting away with it. Looks like we're going to be changing cultures really fast. That was quick. I mean, that was super, super quick. Let's not bear false witness. Attach those to something. I'll risk it. Look, I can build an elephant. We're gonna. Now let's continue to be science-minded and go for the Joseph.
Geography, cartography, algebra, optics, astronomy. It's a time of discovery and exploration. But discoveries are not made solely by traders and adventurers. Those who explore with ships and caravans would go in circles without those who explore with pens and parchment. The Joseon era was certainly famous for its ships. I wonder if their scholars worked with brushes and parchment, however, rather than pens.
I love watching the movie like that. That's okay. Oh.
As feudal structures prove practical for both farming and warfare, certain codes and practices arise that, ideally, ensure a fair and honorable society.
Should. I could build little tiny hamlets and cities in all these really giant areas. I feel like quite desperately need. Oh look, I got an elephant that can already be upgraded. Mostly because I can, I'm gonna go park you up here and just go sleep. Except that you're in a tiny, tiny, tiny little spot. You're pretty much entirely underground. Don't know how good or bad that is. We're gonna find out.
A bit of flexibility and freedom is more than worth a bit of risk, right? It all sounds well and good, until they start worshipping delivery services and bank accounts.
And bank accounts.
With 5 farmers' quarters, the people certainly have enough bread. Will 5 circuses be built next?
5 circuses to go with all that bread? Angies. What can I do to make you more interesting? Stable. Somebody pissed me off. I gotta do. Mark. Merchant from afar. Bang, bang, bang. A rabble of traders bearing strange wares are knocking on Marrakesh's gates, demanding an audience. I tell you, they hail from a far land, having traveled many leagues among your fabled trade routes. They lived offer merchandise. But they look haggard and exhausted. Dismiss them, because I already know what's going to happen with them. Hey, infantry! Let's be fair, it's going to get heavier. Guilds! Trade insurance. Plus ability to plant forests, a commodity market, and saboteurs. Should I feel like being a complete, hand in people's butt? We'll find out. Okay. See, you're in a giganto area. Like, totally. So we're going to start building some stuff to fix this up. Hamlets. Those will help. You, on the other hand, probably need more food. Alchemy. Let's do gunpowder so I can actually start collecting that stuff. And supply lines so I can make my city capital a bit.
With 30 research quarters, I think we can safely say that the Library of Alexandria has been avenged.
It's been avenged, indeed. Okay. Now maybe I should think about Notre Dame. That's a lot of food. Oh. Almost reached the ancient saltpeter. The population grew. Your people are starving. Hey, there's the science star I needed.
I said hello. Are we done now?
Said hello. Are we done now?
Your proposal is too much of a ball and chain on my ambitions.
Things have changed. I relent.
My people adore you.
Cool. No strategics. Okay.
Come, let us discuss our dreams.
Indeed.
Things change, even leaders and empires. This will be a blessing for all parties. I accept.
What a wonderful event.
Go about your business then.
You have my gratitude.
Copper, iron, and horses. We really need to trade everything, but I gotta wait 5 turns.
Things change, even leaders and empires. I have a proposal for you.
You're forgiven.
You have created your first trade link. Commerce is how empires have always shared goods, resources, and tall tales.
Not going nearly as well as I had hoped. They're just so resource strapped. It's just been not that great. I mean, seriously, it's been like a horrifying lack of resources this whole time. It's just, I don't know what to make of it.
There must be an awful lot in that wide world that the elders never even thought of.
I think we may end up winding down soon. This game is just not, I mean, I love this game. I adore this game. This game is great and amazing. But this is like, I could never had a game where I've been so incredibly and immensely strapped for resources in any game I've ever played. I mean, I've just never had this. Oh, let's make it. Now we're just gonna have everybody. Ooh, we're at tier 3 religion. higher than anybody else.
What do you say to this appealing proposal?
I must ask my people. Please to accept your proposal, friend.
Let us savor this moment.
What's done is done. This discussion is over.
Unimaginable. No.
The world is full of new opportunities, is it not? Hear my proposal.
Am I missing something?
Ray.
Okay, I'm here saying hello. What do you want?
Okay, I'm here. Tyrannical.
The world is full of new opportunities, is it not? Hear my proposal. No harm done. This time. What's done is done. This discussion is over.
If I wanted to laugh, I would have called for my jester.
Well, they're really mad at me, are they not? I mean, like, really, really mad. Ugh. Let's go build a boat. Oh, okay. Let's do this to help. Although I think that may be the end of things. We're pretty close to that.
A proposal for your consideration?
Accepted.
Glorious! Glorious! Let it be so.
Let us savor this moment.
Oh. We're gonna go fund it. Go forth. Go forth and find me the new world. That was Angkor Wat, not Notre Dame. That's right. Glacier. Wow. That's not me. Land ahoy! Reveal the location of the new world. Nice. Okay. Well, at least I know where I'm going to get it.
The written word was previously available to a small, often wealthy elite. Now, knowledge and propaganda can be distributed to the masses.
Awesome. Movable typeface. Science.
Mass dissemination. But will it be of information or of propaganda? The site of Angkor Wat is worthy of reverence, not merely for the temples, but for the care it took with water and irrigation.
Okay. Taj Mahal. Top couple. Oh, we'll do the Taj Mahal. Cannot believe how much this just didn't work as well as I wanted to. I don't think I took my time like I should have. I didn't take as much care as I usually do. Usually prefer to do. Taj Mahal.
If art is to speak and show the truth, you can't gag and bind it.
Let's work towards the steam engine. Because then some of these other unknown things might actually turn out to be like coal or something. Of course, by that point, then I'm just kind of polluting the world a little bit. But this doesn't get like, it's not as much as like Civilization 6. Like when you get into like some of the bigger expansions for that, that's when you start working. Pollution kind of becomes a deal. You kind of have to actually.
The first ship is a wonderful thing. Sadly for the crew, we're likely to see the first seasickness as well.
Look, I got a tier 4 religion. Which makes it the only tier 4 religion in the world. I'm leaving everybody behind on that one. 20% science and cultural wonders. I've got quite a few wonders. We'll raise monuments.
I have something here.
Sure.
This will be a blessing for all parties. I accept.
Like moonlight on water.
Sweet. They can go explore the waters now. Shouldn't do it. It's okay. Gotta figure it out.
So you're thinking that if they prefer perdition, they can get it for free?
Yep. Just so.
All hands to station.
Nice. Not this way. The whisper of witches. witches and sorcerers. No. We're going to prove to them that that's so not the case. Let's see. I still haven't even encountered any of the other places. Scientific method. These grievances. This is getting a little old. I'm about to mark my way right out of this area. Just a little far behind, are we? Six. That's okay. I found the new world. With that in mind, I need to start working on colonists. Why? Because I can.
Make full sail.
Oh, that's going to turn into a nice, beautiful spot to land in.
The Taj Mahal is indeed a stunning mausoleum.
Hooray.
If you want to be together forever, it's hard to choose a nicer place. These Dutch are known as a culture that expands their trade fleets at the same pace as their bank accounts.
I met some other people. You have met the Olmecs and the Dutch.
I have something here that should please us both.
Yep.
This will be a blessing for all parties. I accept.
What a wonderful event.
Greetings, Sovereign. I ask only that you always be courageous and sincere.
1,000 welcomes. I am the leader of a great people. I hope you are one who keeps their word.
May we enjoy a constructive relationship.
Oops. I can't tell if there's something on that island.
Things change, even leaders and empires. I have a proposal for you. Go about your business.
Help me make this world a better place for all our peoples.
1,000 welcomes. I am the leader of a great people. I hope you are one who keeps their word.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
Hail, friend. I have a notion which would benefit us both. My people might forgive me if I...
Okay.
Setting sail.
More interesting. Well, that's a fair answer, I suppose. Once again, these people. something about it. Anything too Come on. That's the end of that. And I think that's probably also going to be the end of the stream. This game has gone so badly. Oh my gosh, I have not done this bad. Not since I was first learning how to play it.
I'm on it.
This is going to be an amazing place to do something.
Loose the mainsail.
It's so late in the game for it that I just don't know. Oh, what shall we choose as our last one? Or next? No. All right, so one more time, this is a sponsored stream, so it's important for me to let you know. Use my link to go to HelloFresh.com and use the code POGSE865 for up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts across 6 HelloFresh boxes, plus free shipping. It's good stuff. I've had some meals from it. It's good. It's tasty. I think you would really enjoy it. You should definitely follow the link. But with this in mind, like I said, this game just really put poorly, so poorly. And with that in mind, we're gonna go and raid somebody down and call it a night. Oh, who do we want to go raid? We have a couple of options. Taruki, who just got home, and Sadie, who's my senpai, but I think we're gonna go raid Taruki. Because Taruki's had a long day. They could use people support. So let's go raid Taruki. I appreciate you all. I thank you so much, very much for being here. If you want to know more about me, if you want to know more about the stream, go ahead and hit that follow button. But if you want to carry on a conversation, go ahead and join up with my Discord. You can also follow me on Twitch, or if you're on Twitch with the follow button, Twitter with the Twitter link. And of course, the HelloFresh button is going to be around for a while, so please feel free to take advantage of this opportunity. It's good stuff. But, but if you really want to support me, hit that subscribe button. If you want to support me in other ways, you could buy me a coffee or do another donation. But other than that, I do want to say, thank you everybody for coming in. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate you all. And I do hope that you guys have a fantastic rest of your night. I will be back tomorrow doing Strange Saturday. And we will be doing Life is Strange. So, thank you very much, everybody. And you have a fantastic rest of your night. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.